This is D4. Dark Dreams Don't Die. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. Hello there, little owl. So, yeah, this should be 1080p, 30 FPS, auto HDR. And this is an interesting game. So this is from Swery, and it was honestly a game that I was really disappointed that we never got to see more from. So it was like an earlier kind of Xbox One title, and it was built around the concept of using the Kinect. So you could play the entirety of this experience with the Kinect, which is, I think, what I did back in the day, and used the controller as well. It was an interesting concept that you could, you know, use the Kinect. I thought it was really, really interesting. Yeah. So it's a story that follows this character. Like, this is just kind of an opening concept. It's just like a tutorial kind of credits thing. But it follows this man, a time-traveling detective, who has to solve his wife's murder before he can prevent it. He uses supernatural abilities to dive into the world of the past using these artifacts and these mementos. So that in itself is quite a cool concept to me. That, yeah, warnings and ice. Let's keep going, right? Yeah, and that was the setup of it, was this character trying to figure out what happened. So there was a prologue, and there was 2 episodes. And we were left on a cliffhanger on, I believe, like, a plane? I think it was, like, on a plane was, like, a cliffhanger thing. And I was always left really, really disappointed, because I never got to know what happened. And I still sit here and I kind of go occasionally being like, I wish I could have known what was going to happen. So I guess if you dive into this, you're probably going to have a similar concept of, like, maybe disappointment by the end of it, but it's a really, really cool game. It's a cool concept. It's got some neat stuff to it. It's a cool game. It's got a cool story. It's got cool gameplay. It's got neat mechanics. And like I said, it was fully compatible with the Kinect, which actually makes it amazing that it's even still playable. I guess that you can do both. They were able to allow it to be backwards compatible, because all the Kinect games had to go from Series X to Series S, which isn't great. And, yeah, it's just kind of a neat concept, and neat characters, and story-wise, I was just very intrigued, because it's kind of, like, really messed up, but I've turned off the music, because I don't know what the issues might be with that, but yeah, it's just kind of a cool game. And I don't think that really kind of shows off what it is. It just kind of introduces you to the movement and stuff and the concept, but it's like, when it starts kicking, and it's got the music going, and it's got this is bubblegum going on here, and your lead character, is just like this bizarre kind of dude in this crazy situation, and it's just yeah, it was quite something back in the day. It really was. I feel like we were robbed of what could have been a really, really interesting set of stories, because it was kind of around the time that Xbox was sort of really throwing away, or bailing on the Kinect, one would say. So it really got overshadowed and overcast, because they pushed hard to add all these cool, support things for the Xbox console that was coming, or that had released. Am I supposed to hold, like, left or on the D-pad thing? I don't know what it's supposed to... Okay, that's what it's asking. But it's got neat inputs, and it's like a light... kind of interactive game, but there's just like such a zany story. Like I
I
don't
didn't
even know
see
if
you
this is
again
really
this
showing
time
it
either.
off. But like it does get like really, really bizarre and out there. And that in itself was really cool.
Little Peggy.
Little Peggy. Little Peggy. Alright, so I also I don't know if this is still happening, but the
My
Twitter
name is
page
David Young.
for this
Former
game
knock with the
was
Boston PD.
posting stuff even up to a few years ago, just
And now
totally
a detective who
randomly,
searches the past.
like constantly posting stuff.
My
It was
likes
very
include
entertaining.
100% de agave tequila.
Yeah,
My
I was
dislikes are mainly drugs and chewing gum.
intrigued. But yeah, it was kind of funny too that I noticed that like because I followed them and I was like, they're
2
still
years ago,
posting. It's been years.
someone killed my
And that's
wife.
kind of interesting. Someone killed his
Since
wife.
then, I've been using every second of my life to solve a case.
The only thing that matters.
Using a
Sweary.
A very special power.
Oh. The power to take back time. But you can see how everything could be done basically, you know, through the Kinect and stuff, which I think is just kind of fascinating. And we're like replaying a mission.
A gift is an expression of emotion. The person who sends it wants the feelings to be understood.
There's a lot
Sometimes,
of
however,
deep thought stuff
those
in this
feelings
too.
remain in a slightly different form. I call these forgotten treasures mementos.
That's what makes him a great detective. Memento has lost its power. Okay.
Little Peggy.
It's little Peggy. I will grab her nose. Anyways, it's a cool game thing. I don't know if this shows off that it's a cool game thing, but it is actually like a really neat
Everyone has their own place to work.
kind of title.
A small desk in an office, a molten hot factory, a quiet library, the register in the supermarket, or in the middle of an intersection, in bed, on a golf course, a kitchen. For some, it's the whole town.
Bang bang. She got me.
From the day she died, this has been my place to work.
Oh, that's a little depressing. But everybody's got to have a dark-seated past that gives them motivation.
No results this time either. This case is in the clear.
I think he's got like a weird love of hockey that I found kind of interesting. But yeah, I do genuinely hope that someday I get to like see the story or understand what it was going towards or what they were doing. I thought he had like a hockey stick or post or something. I'm like, oh. As you can tell, there's lots of stuff you can interact with. Which is really neat, because you just like, the sky's the limit. I am. Oh, scrapbooking. The day it all began. But yeah, you got some different missions, different kind of chapters. Like I said, it's a pretty cool game. I think it offers quite a bit. It's got a neat story, and I think you might be entertained by what it has to offer. And be left kind of lingering like I am, and just being like, ah! If only I would have known. If only. Long-term disappointment, eh?